This 39 Dunedin News Bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on 39 Dunedin News, the effects or lack thereof of the Zika virus are about to be known thanks to School of Medicine monitoring. Dunedin's popularity as a tourism destination grows and is rivalled by the likes of Queenstown. And we'll find out why a local academic is stepping out of the classroom to tackle horticultural issues. Good evening, Dunedin. I'm Rebecca Dupree. The effects of the Zika virus on New Zealand infants will soon be monitored by the Dunedin School of Medicine. From next month, its Paediatric Surveillance Unit will gather data from the country's paediatricians, focusing on abnormalities among at-risk children. And staff are hopeful the results will show the virus has had little effect locally.
Associate Professor Nigel Dixon is preparing to begin a monitoring program related to Zika virus. He's part of the New Zealand Paediatric Surveillance Unit, established in 1997 by the Ministry of Health to monitor polio symptoms. Almost 20 years on, the framework is still being utilised.
We've took advantage of the system, which is having monthly contact with paediatricians, to look for a number of other uncommon but important conditions which specialist paediatricians would see. So this is really monthly surveilling of specialist paediatricians looking for a number of uncommon but important diseases.
The unit is based out of the former Children's Pavilion building at Dunedin Hospital. The Ministry of Health funded unit is now set to be used to monitor children who may have issues due to a parent coming into contact with Zika virus.
So really what we've done with Zika that's come along onto the scene this year, we're taking the opportunity to use a system that we've had in place to ask paediatricians to report on any children with microcephaly or other obvious brain abnormalities whose mother during the pregnancy spent some time in a Zika affected area.
Zika virus has been in the news a lot lately, due in part to an epidemic in Brazil, but there have been several outbreaks in recent years, particularly in Pacific countries. It's those areas that Dixon says New Zealand mothers would be likely to have visited, but he's hopeful that the monitoring project will show a lack of abnormalities.
So I think the best news will be, and what we'd like to report back, is saying even though we've got a surveillance system in place, we have not found any children. But in a way, if you haven't got a surveillance system in place, there might be a few children out there.
The monitoring program officially begins in August, with the country's paediatricians asked to report any and all cases of children under 6 months of age with any type of brain abnormality. Ruby McAndrew, 39, Dunedin News.
Police say several computers stolen from Brockville School this week are worthless to those who stole them and are appealing for their return. The Chromebooks are unable to be used without access to the school's intranet system. It's that fact that's prompting police to ask for the return of the technology, estimated to be worth thousands. Senior Sergeant Shonalo says CCTV footage obtained from the site is proving to be unhelpful at this stage. However, she says officers are following other strong lines of inquiry. Dunedin's popularity as a tourism destination is on the increase. The city is experiencing the same percentage rise in international visitor numbers as Queenstown and is only slightly behind Auckland. Enterprise Dunedin says the statistics show our city and its attractions are proving to be a honey trap.
Can you take my picture? It's a question being asked more and more as the city and its landmarks attract an increasing number of visitors. Destination Dunedin manager Ryan Craig says Dunedin is second only to Auckland in regards to tourist numbers on the rise.
For the year ended April 2016 against April 2013, it's increased by 35%, and that's going into our shoulder season. So just to give you an example in terms of international visitor spend, and these are visitor spend figures, in our peak season February, year ended February 2016, versus year ended February 2013, we've increased by 53% in terms of international visitor spend.
Craig says the city is increasingly a topic of interest for both national and international media. with the most recent example being a 27-page spread in Ideologue magazine.
But I think the most important thing is the collaborative marketing approach that's being taken by Enterprise Dunedin with the whole of city. I think the fact that we've got an extremely strong brand in the Dunedin brand, and the stories we tell under that are very engaging with our audience.
He says as well as the city's architecture attracting more tourist attention, the number of people spending nights in Dunedin has been bolstered by several events recently held in the stadium.
So obviously we've had the All Blacks test recently, which saw the city really humming. The Chiefs Highlanders game, the city was pumping as well. I mean, if we get a semi-home final here, if the Chiefs win tonight and the Highlanders win tomorrow, that's going to be huge for the city. I think the other key thing is, you know, we're seeing acts like Flume starting world tours in this part of the world, and including Dunedin.
Craig predicts tourism growth will increase year on year as the Dunedin brand continues to thrive on both the national and international stage. Daryl Baser, 39, Dunedin News.
Former Prime Minister Helen Clark and Dame Kiri Te Kanawa have both been named as patrons of the city's arts festival. Dame Kiri has twice performed during the festival and says she's delighted to put her name to the organisation. Festival director Nicholas McBride says receiving any endorsements from well-known New Zealanders is beneficial. He says it helps in attracting both artists and acts to the city, not only for this year but also in the future. The 2016 festival kicks off at the end of September with almost 40 events scheduled over 10 days. A University of Otago lecturer is branching out from his pharmacy background to help tackle issues with horticulture. Dr. Greg Walker has come up with a way to protect crops from pests by using Nano Web Technology. And it's an idea that's attracting both interest and investment.
An idea inspired by nature. This spiderweb-like invention is set to help protect plants from unwanted pests without the use of harmful chemicals. The concept came to pharmacy lecturer Dr. Greg Walker about a year ago after he attended an agriculture technology conference.
They were talking about the need for better ways to spray chemicals or agents to plants for crop protection, and it sort of got me thinking about, well, we could sort of apply, you know, our work that we're doing here at the School of Pharmacy for medicines. And so, you know, we essentially, you know, formulate medicine, so why can't we, you know, formulate biological agents for pest control better?
The idea is to use nanowebs that resemble spiderwebs to apply active agents to plants. Walker says the interest in the project so far has been driven by the government's desire to both assist and grow the horticultural industry by working to improve current practices.
Our idea is it's using electrostatic applications, so the solution is charged, it then fires towards the earth plant, and therefore you get no runoff because it sticks to the plant and you don't get any off-target effects. So really it's much more, it should be in theory more efficient, and we've sort of shown that in the laboratory.
Walker says his role within the pharmacy department has helped inspire the project and is proving beneficial in its current developmental phase. He says it's exciting to show how traditional practices and techniques used in medicine can be used in other ways.
Formulation science is not just about, you know, human medicine, but it's also, you know, delivering active agents to animals, you know, for agriculture, and also, I mean, plants. They also need medicines, and so I think we need to sort of think about them as well.
The project has just received $25,000 from the KiwiNet Emerging Innovator Fund to help Walker grow the idea even further. He says the next stage will be taking it out of the lab and into the real world, with further funding applications in the works to help him do just that. Ruby McAndrew, 39, Dunedin News.
Still to come on 39 Dunedin News, we take a closer look at a multi-million-dollar predator eradication project and at the results of this week's online poll.
So August is our winter sale month, up to 50% off. This winter hasn't been cold enough until now, but we have to get rid of all this stock. We've got all these jackets. Also to keep you warm and me happy, at 50% off, we've got all this knitwear. For all of August, we've got great savings on moleskins and jeans. Plus we've got all these warm shirts, look at them all, from $50.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
First in, best dressed.
You can make a difference for the SPCA this Cupcake Day. It's the sweetest way to help animals in need. For more details, go to spcacupcakeday.co.nz.
Wooltech have the experience and the expertise to supply a wide range of high-quality New Zealand-made products and can manufacture customised products to meet your individual requirements. Wooltech, great people, great products, great service.
Driving Miss Daisy is a safe, friendly and reliable companion driving service.
Hello Jean, where are we off to today?
We form genuine friendships with our clients and help them to remain independent. Thousands of Driving Miss Daisy clients and their families love our caring, affordable service. Call us today for a quote on 0800 948 432 or visit drivingmissdaisy.co.nz. Driving Miss Daisy, for the gift of independence.
Thinking of services for older people, think Enliven. Enliven is a service philosophy where people come first. Enliven is about choice, activity, relationships, respect and security. You can enliven your health, your friendships, your life, no matter what your age. For more information, go to psotago.org.nz or call 4777 115. Mobility Solutions Centre Dunedin provides products to improve your independence, comfort and safety. Contact the team at 4777 195 or visit mobilitysolutioncentre.co.nz.
So August is our winter sale month, up to 50% off. This winter hasn't been cold enough until now, but we have to get rid of all this stock. We've got all these jackets. Also to keep you warm and me happy, at 50% off, we've got all this knitwear. For all of August, we've got great savings on moleskins and jeans. Plus we've got all these warm shirts, look at them all, from $50.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
First in, best dressed.
Welcome back. Annual building consents nationally are at their highest in over a decade. Statistics New Zealand figures reveal that in the year to June, over 29,000 new dwellings gained consent. In June saw a large increase with over 2,700 consents granted, up 35% for the same month last year. Much of the growth came from Auckland. And on that note, let's take a look at today's markets. The NZX 50 has closed the day up 49 points, it's now at 7,356. The ASX 200 is down 12 points. And to the exchange rates, and the Kiwi dollar is down against the yen, but we do close the week up against the major currencies we follow. The government has announced its plan to make New Zealand predator-free by 2050. An initial $28 million will kickstart the ambitious conservation project, and MP Michael Woodhouse joins us now to talk about it. Good evening.
Good evening, Rebecca.
Why is protecting our native species so important?
Well, I think there's two reasons. Firstly, they're just an iconic part of our New Zealand brand. Our native flora and fauna is known globally, really, with the kiwi, the magnificent sounds of the tui. And the second reason is, of course, they are under tremendous threat from predation. It's estimated that we lose 25 million birds every year from predators. So it's really important that we increase our efforts to keep them safe.
What kind of predators are we talking about here?
Well, we know about possums, obviously, and
Feral
they're
cats.
very much so. But increasingly, stoats are becoming one of the number one, probably the number one predator of birds in the forest. We've also got rats, and every time we have what's known as the mast, the very high levels of fruiting in our native trees, we have a massive growth in the population of rats, and they're also particularly dangerous for our birds.
Who needs to cooperate for this scheme to work?
Well, what's going to happen is a company will be set up called Predator Free New Zealand Limited. It's going to be seed funded with that $28 million, and it will have government efforts right behind it. So that's Department of Conservation, Ministry of Primary Industries, and the Science and Enterprise part of IMBI. But we're not going to be doing it alone. We also know that there's a great number of other stakeholders working towards reducing the impact on our forests. So we'll have people like business, philanthropic organisations, iwi, other NGOs, Forest and Bird and so on, will all be able to contribute in order to be able to meet that very challenging goal.
Do you foresee any problems with taking on what could be viewed as quite an ambitious task?
Oh, tremendously ambitious, and there are going to be problems that we probably haven't even thought of yet. So we're going to need to take a bit of a regional approach, a progressive approach. There are some interim goals for 2025 to effectively test what's possible, to come up with a technology that might eradicate one of those predators, to make sure that all of our offshore islands are largely predator free, and to test the possibility that we can do this on a large land mass by taking, say, about a 20,000 hectare block and make that predator free. So there's going to be massive challenges in doing that, and but it's great to be able to set the goal. I think the very fact that we are setting a goal of being predator free by the middle of the century gives us a target to aim for.
How important will future scientific development be to reaching that goal?
Oh, tremendously important. In fact, I think if we are to be able to achieve it, we're going to need to use technologies that haven't been invented yet. So that's an interesting challenge. But already there have been discussions around, for example, audio technologies that create high frequency sounds, or frequencies that repel predators from certain areas. We know that DNA modification can create in male rats offspring that are infertile, so that they effectively break that breeding cycle. I think we're going to see a lot of technologies around that, and that's why science is going to be an important component of making sure we get to that goal.
Is the whole of New Zealand affected, or are there specific areas that really need to be focused on?
Look, I think the whole of the country is affected, and if we take Dunedin, for example, there's no doubt within even our green belt in the urban area. You talk about feral cats, we certainly have those problems. We have rats, stoats and possums right through the city. But the largest part of the loss of birds goes into our national forests. So Fiordland is a really good example of millions and millions of birds being killed by predators every year.
What sort of role will you be playing in this scheme?
Well, I'd like to see Dunedin lead the way in this early stage. So if you take an area like, for example, the Otago Peninsula, it is a part of the landmass, but it might be one area where we can perhaps control the movement of predators once we've started to eradicate them. I'd like to hear from local organisations that are keen to get going early so that we can test these in places like the peninsula, maybe the North Coast, Blueskin Bay, areas that we know we have a predator problem, and we can take a regional approach, a manageable approach to testing some of those new technologies. So I'll be looking forward to driving this quite hard for the local region.
And that will keep you busy.
Yes, it will.
National MP Michael Woodhouse, thanks so much for your time.
Thanks, Rebecca.
After the break on 39 Dunedin News, we'll find out if you're interested in the upcoming local body elections. And there is snow coming. Details soon.
Help delay the signs of ageing with Collagen Plus from Silberhorn. Collagen Plus helps supplement your body's own natural production of collagen, giving you firmer, healthier, younger looking skin, shinier, healthier hair and stronger nails. It's restoring your beauty from within, and it's great value. 3-month supply, that's 180 capsules, is just $98. We'll pay the courier charge to you, and we'll give you a luxurious face cream as well, beauty from the inside and the outside. Give us a call today, 0800 502 402.
You can make a difference for the SPCA this Cupcake Day. It's the sweetest way to help animals in need. For more details, go to spcacupcakeday.co.nz. We need your help to rebuild our animal centre urgently. Please give a little today.
We're a 25 Muro place at Dog with Tails Cafe and Bar. So we take coffee very seriously. We do what's called contract roasting, so we're creating our own roasting profile and then doing our own blends. We're really focusing on the craft of what we're doing. You know, we're going back, instead of going on mass-produced sort of cheap things, we're taking the time to really craft what we're making. Make it so anyone can come here and have a feed and be able to get something they're able to eat or that they want to eat as well. You're kind of getting a taste of cafes from all around the world when you come here.
Driving Miss Daisy is a safe, friendly and reliable companion driving service.
Hello Jean, where are we off to today?
We form genuine friendships with our clients and help them to remain independent. Thousands of Driving Miss Daisy clients and their families love our caring, affordable service. Call us today for a quote on 0800 948 432 or visit drivingmissdaisy.co.nz. Driving Miss Daisy, for the gift of independence.
Mobility Solution Centre Dunedin provides products to improve your independence, comfort and safety. Contact the team at 4777 195 or visit mobilitysolutioncentre.co.nz.
We need your help to rebuild our animal centre urgently. Please give a little today.
Pregnant? Need to talk? 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Pregnancy counselling services are here to help. It's free, it's confidential. Call us now on 0800 773 462.
Welcome back. The Dunedin-based Scorpions volleyball teams have spent the week in Wellington playing clubs from throughout the country. The women's teams played off for the 7th and 8th places after not managing a win during the competition. The men's side was unbeaten in pool play against teams from all over New Zealand. However, the men's dream run came to an end when they were beaten in the final this afternoon. The Dunedin City Council is set to have some fresh blood in its midst, with 5 current councillors confirming they won't seek re-election. Many of those not standing have cited the large workload and increasing bureaucracy as a job deterrent. This week's 39 Dunedin News online poll asked if you are caring much about the upcoming local body election. 75% of you are, which is really good to hear. Well, more than 100 people are voluntarily sleeping outside this evening to raise awareness about homelessness. The annual event is being held in the Octagon in order to attract the most public attention. Next week's 39 Dunedin News online poll asks if you see homelessness as a problem in Dunedin. You can vote at our website dunedintv.co.nz. And now recapping tonight's top stories on 39 Dunedin News. Paediatricians are being asked to report cases of children with brain abnormalities as part of a new Zika virus monitoring program. Tourism is growing in Dunedin with a 16% increase in the number of people visiting from overseas, pleasing Destination Dunedin. And a local pharmacy lecturer has received a substantial grant to further develop electro-spun nano webs to protect crops from pests. And it's time now for local weather.
This 39 Dunedin News weather update proudly brought to you in association with Silverhorn's Emu Oil.
And here is a city view from last night. It's taken at South Dunedin. Around the city at 3 o'clock today, a tad cool with just 7 recorded in the central city, 6 at the Gardens, 8 on the Tyree. To the situation and the strong cold southwest flow that's with us now will continue through the weekend, and it's going to bring some wet and white stuff. To the forecast then, and for the main towns in the lower south for tomorrow. Wintry showers for both Invercargill and Alexandra. Strong southwesters, both expecting a top temperature of 6. Snow showers and strong southwesters for Gore and Tianau, both on 5 degrees. Snow showers and strong southwesters for Queenstown and Twizel, 5 apiece. Wintry showers and those strong southwesters for Oamaru and Wanaka with a high of 6 degrees each. At Dunedin tonight, cloudy but breezy with an overnight low of 5. Tomorrow, showery, some with hail and sleet. Snow showers to 300 metres at first, but those will lower to near sea level from tomorrow evening. Strong gusty southwesters as well, and a high of 6. And on Sunday, showers clearing with cold winds easing and a high of 7. To the Otago pallet fires, tidal and fishing information. Low tide tomorrow morning is at 7 o'clock. High tide on Sunday is at 25 to 2. And one glimmer of hope in the weekend is that fishing conditions look great. So good luck with that. Just wrap up warm if you're stepping out. And naturally, based on that forecast, washing day outside is cancelled, so you will have to either use the Chinese laundry or the dryer. That is all from the team here at 39 Dunedin News for this week. We'll leave you now some shots of the week that was, set to music by Bronwyn Halley. We'll see you again on Monday. Good night.
Right at your door, no turning back this time. I'm doing what's right, I'm sure. No trace of me left in your house. You're all alone. At least now you can be the rover. Go on, enjoy your soul. Did you ever stop to think that in your quest for glory you would wake up to find me gone? Because in life there's gotta be some give and take. You can be in control of every little move I make. Cause while you're so busy reaching for the top, no thought about the cost. If you ever turned around, you'd see there's someone else you've lost. Get to the top, but I know you won't have me. Did you ever stop to think that in your quest for glory you would wake up to find me gone? Because in life there's gotta be some give and take. You can be in control of every little move I make. Cause while you're so busy reaching for the top, no thought about the cost. If you ever turned around, you see there's someone else you've lost. Maybe you just don't see it. Maybe you just don't hear it. Good things that you just push away. Maybe you just don't need it. Well, I'm not gonna force it. You don't deserve it anyway. Because in life there's gotta be some give and take. You can be in control of every little move I make. Cause while you're so busy reaching for the top, no thought about the cost. If you ever turned around.
This 39 Dunedin News Bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.